Everybody, what's going on? Well, I got 4 people here. Very cool. All right. Sorry, everybody, hold on. Lost the camera there for a second. My fault. How we doing there? Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Dropped the camera. Live TV. You know how it goes. Or live YouTube or whatever you want to call it. I have no idea. How is everybody tonight? I got 3 people. Steve, you're not out bow hunting? Why not, man? I'd be out bow hunting. I'd rather be out in a tree. But, you know, you could even watch us in the tree if you had headphones or something. But, yeah. Our bow season has... Hey, guys, how you doing? Hey, Mark, Jeff, Nick, good to see you. Our bow season does not start until October 1st, so I'm not out there yet, but I'm looking forward to it. The bow is shooting good. I have an old bow. It's a Matthews. It's a Matthews Legacy. You know, gosh, I got it in '02. Yeah, so, I mean, it's almost 20 years old. I can't believe that. But that thing still shoots so good. Still shoots so good. I can't bring myself to buy a new bow. Matt, Craig, hey, Greg, everybody. Man, good to see everybody. I can't bring myself to buy a new bow when my almost 20-year-old bow still shoots lights out, you know, all the way out to 50, 60 yards. I see, hey, Greg, or Bill, I'm sorry, Bill Gerlach, how you doing, bud? Derek Johnson, good to see you, dude. Scott Wachner, how you doing? Yeah, why would I don't know. Bows are so expensive, too. What are they, $1,200 now? Almost $1,400 walking out the door with all the accessories and everything you need on it if you got to buy all new stuff. I mean, it's crazy. Jim, my fishing partner and good friend, he just bought a new Matthews, the newest model. He loves the thing. He says it just shoots incredibly. You know, that would be the problem if I walked into a bow shop. Hey, Mike, if I walked into a bow shop and actually shot the new bows, I would probably buy one. You know, I know they probably shoot so much smooth. Hey, Lee Dowding's here from Purple Taco. Good to see you, buddy. How's Deb doing? You know, I know if I walked into a bow shop and shot the new Matthews, I'd probably walk out the door with it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep myself from doing that and spending all that money. You know, that Matthews that I have, that Legacy, that thing was about $800 almost 20 years ago. But again, you know, the thing shoots so good, I'm just going to keep using it. I put 2 new strings on it over the years. You know, as long as they shoot good, the arrows go where I want them to. I get great kinetic energy. I shoot real heavy arrows and heavy broadheads. Kinetic energy. I know my bow is not as fast as the new bows. But you know, if I'm getting great kinetic energy out of it and I'm getting complete pass-throughs at 30, 35, 40 yards, I see no reason to change it out. So, yeah, I mean, you know, you guys know what I'm saying. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I blabbed on there for like 3 minutes. That was 3 minutes of me just blabbing. Good show, huh? Good show. All right, so fishing report. Oh, Lee, Deb as well. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Getting some new products up on the site. Very cool, Lee. Make sure to let me know when that, excuse me. Let me know when those things come out, Lee, and I'll make sure to let everybody know about them. Bought a new pair of Ninja Planer boards. You love them. I think I saw that you like them. You love them. Cool. Glad to see it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bill, exactly. Walk into a fish shop, you know, you start playing with new reels and, you know, messing with tackle, and all of a sudden you're walking out of there with an armload of stuff. I still do it. I still do it all the time. I probably always will. Shiny things seem to get me. Shiny things seem to get me a lot better than they get the fish sometimes. I think I would have been if I was born a fish, I would have been dead like that. I would have seen the first shiny thing and I would have been gone. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Lions are currently losing, so if we got any Lions fans out there, my sympathies for you. I'm a long-suffering Lions fan myself. Man, my nose is running. I apologize. I'm a long-suffering Lions fan, you know, for as long as I can remember. But I always will be. I'll always come back to them. Hate them, but I love them at the same time. God, do I hate them though. Anyway. How is everybody? Let's talk about fishing real quick here. So fishing around here, let's get this done. Offshore fishing is really the big lake thing right now. Not much going on around the pier heads anymore. Of course, the majority, I'd say almost all of the adult fish have run up the river. So offshore fishing is really about the only place, even though you could go out on the shelf right now and fish right out of Manistee, Ludington, Frankfurt. You could go out right on the bank, the shelf, whatever you want to call it. 120 to 150 foot of water, and you're probably still going to find some juvenile kings out there. Offshore, when I talk about offshore, I'm talking about running out to the west, you know, the 30 line, the 32 line, out to 500-600 plus foot of water, and looking for steelhead out there, looking for the juvenile kings, looking for any coho stragglers that might still be lingering about out there. And really, offshore fishing, it's just a word that sometimes freaks people out. Offshore, you know, it is a long ways out, but you know, if the weather's right, you know, almost anybody can do it. Just make sure that, you know, you got fuel in the boat. Make sure you got your safety equipment. It is a long way out there. We're talking 14 to 20 miles plus sometimes. Tide ball game. Thanks, Jeff. You know, just make sure all your equipment's up to speed. Radio, safety equipment, flares, just in case. You always want to be prepared when you're going offshore. Make sure you got your cell phone. People know where you're going. You know, things like that. But offshore fishing in a name can be a little daunting. But really, it's the same fishing as you do around the pier or around the shelf. It's just riggers, divers, lead core, and copper, and you're just trying to target that break again, that water temperature break, you know, around that 50-degree mark. So the problem though with offshore, I'm reading comments as I'm talking here. The problem with the break out there right now in offshore, because the wind direction has been straight out of the south for the last several days. The water on top is almost the same temperature as the water down close to 100 feet or more. So the break is super deep right now. If we get a little north wind and some north water coming down, that would actually help us. It would bring that water break or that water temperature break up some, and we would be able to go out there and probably have some more productive days. And right now it's not terrible. I didn't have any trips this weekend. I didn't run any charters. Wind was blowing super hard. I don't think many guys got out. But the few guys that I did talk to, a few steelhead, like 4 or 5 steelhead, some juvenile kings out there. So the fishing's not, you know, insane, but it's good fishing still. And I'm looking to get out next weekend. My last charters of the year are next weekend. I just have one on Saturday, and that's going to be my last weekend for the year. And then the boat's going to get put up, and we're going to call it a year. So if you're looking for a charter, you know, I got Friday and Sunday open next weekend, and I'm happy to get you out for this last you know, go for it, get out there and do it thing. So if you're looking for a charter, give me a holler. You can call, text, whatever you want. 231-252-1177. Happy to talk to anybody. Yeah. Anyway, that's really for big lake fishing. That's really in a nutshell. River fishing is decent. Make the gravlax. Doug, I gotta. Man, that gravlax you sent me, that recipe for, I wish I could describe it, what the recipe is, but it's a little bit intimidating, but I'm going to try it sometime. But anyway, fishing in the river, big kings are still lurking about. They're starting to disappear, you know, they're starting to spawn and expire, but there's still some nice kings being caught in the river. The big manistee, Bear Creek, really the guys are going out there still throwing body baits at them, thunder sticks, rapalas, you know, things of that nature, even spinners. Some guys are floating spawn, getting bit on that. Some of the fly guys. I had a guy in the shop yesterday, and I'm sorry, I forget your name. Came up here from Tennessee. This guy he's a heck of a fly fisherman. He was in the shop. He sent me some pictures a while back of a nice rack of fish that he caught on the river fly fishing. And then he went out and sent me another picture today of some really nice fish that he caught again. Over today and yesterday. So really nice job. But yeah, the fly fisherman, man, that is not my thing. I wish I could talk about it more, but I am just not that guy. There are people out there that know much more than me about fly fishing. So, but it sounds like it is doable, and they're catching some nice fish on the flies even. Steelhead, nothing coming in the rivers yet. We're looking. Tippy is fishing well. Good, glad to hear it. Thanks, Derek. Yeah, Tippy Dam though is that can get crazy down there. Just wall to wall anglers. Not my cup of tea. I don't like being shoulder to shoulder with people when I'm fishing. Some people love it, and that's great. I have nothing against it. It's just not my thing. But yeah, steelhead are not showing up yet. I think, you know, they're not coming in to run or anything yet. I think if we get a little more cold weather, cold wind, that will help the steelhead as well get into the piers. And speaking of the piers, I haven't heard anything crazy on the piers other than some people are catching some pike and some sheepheads out there. Took some good rips on the PM. Good to hear it, John Filu. Very nice. There was one other thing. Oh, perch fishing in Portage Lake about a week or so ago was pretty darn good. But if you're hearing perch reports on Portage Lake, it sounds like that has slowed right down. So don't expect to run over here and get a limit on perch. I just talked to a good friend of mine who was out there almost every day perch fishing, and he said it's just petered right out. So if you're looking to come on over, just don't expect anything great on the perch. But if I hear anything more on the perch, because I do love perch, I will definitely let everybody know. So that is really about it on the fishing report for today. Nothing really outstanding, but still I'll get the information out as often as I can. Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to try to do, especially in the summer months, if you're on Instagram, if you go on Instagram and you follow us on there, Tangle Tackle Fishing on Instagram, I'm going to try to do a few other reports during the week, especially when the salmon season's really going, just to give you more updates throughout the week, because I get a lot of guys. I still get a lot of emails. I even get people now are calling me on my business line wanting fishing reports, and I just don't have time to do that. I apologize. Obviously, that is my business line. If you want fishing reports, please just watch the videos. I'm happy to give out as much information as I can, but I know people are always looking for more. So if you go on Instagram, just follow us on there. In the real heavy season, in the salmon season, I'm going to try to post maybe 1 or 2 extra fishing reports, and I might even do it, throughout the winter also. I'll post some more fishing reports on the Instagram. Just keep everybody a little bit more, keep that hunger fed, all right? So hope that'll help people out, and maybe clear up my inbox a little bit too on my, clear up my inbox a little bit on my email. Chrome Spin Doctor and Spin and Glow, lights out. Hey, no problem, Andy. Glad to hear it. What's the word on the shirts and hats? Mike, good question, dude. Shipping is, they're being shipped. They should actually, I was hoping they would be here by tonight to have one to show, but it looks like they're probably going to show up tomorrow or maybe Tuesday. As soon as they do, I'll put a video out showing the shirts. I don't have any hats ordered yet. I got to figure out which hat I want to go with. I got to source a good hat supplier, and not everybody likes the same kind of hats. The Costa hats, these style really, I like this style. I don't think I really look good in any kind of hat, but that's just me. But some people like the flat brims. I'm not a flat brim guy, but anyway, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll get some hats ordered and some other things done. But shirts will be here. Soon, like I said, as soon as they are, I'll put a video up on them, show everybody. I have mediums, larges, extra larges, and a few double XLs. I think the cost on them is going to be $25 a shirt, and they're really nice. It's got the Tangle Tackle logo on the front, and on the back it's got my dark blue Chargers logo, and they come out really, really well. I do like them. But yeah, $25, and then shipping will be $5. If you order 5 shirts, shipping will still be like $5. So it's not going to be a crazy amount. But anyway, I'll show those. Good question. I'll show those off as soon as I get them. All right, so what do you guys want to talk? I don't have a whole lot other than that for tonight. What do we got? 74 people here. I've seen DW hoodies. Oh yeah, Dreamweaver does have new hoodies out. I don't have my hands on one yet. I plan on getting my hands on one. Oh, thanks, Dave. Thanks for following me on Instagram, man. Yeah, but Dreamweaver, if you're looking for Dreamweaver hoodies, they got them in stock right now, and they do look good. They look real good. So I got to get a hold of those guys and grab one before they get all sold out. Yeah, good call. I know some other people said they were interested in the hoodies for the Tangle Tackle shirts. We will we'll get into those as well. John Filu, what is the color situation? Leaves are just in the early stages of turning colors. Probably within a week to 2 weeks, it's going to be really full bloom. Oh, you're welcome, Bill. No problem, man. No problem at all. All right, what else you guys got? We can always get out of here if you want. Go back to watching the Lions probably lose a football game. They're pretty good at that. But if anybody's got questions, it seems like there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about, and I'm drawing a blank on them right now. But shirts, charter next weekend. Like I said, if you're looking to charter with me next year, I'm telling you, I'm booking up quick. I'm booking up really quick. I'm getting calls almost daily for August. August is the month where I can do weekday trips. So if you're looking for an August, my weekends are pretty much gone except for some afternoon spots. I can do weekday trips in August next year, but the remainder of the summer, June, July, May, I'm probably going to be just a weekend guy due to my full-time job. But if you want to get on a trip, call me soon, because like I said, they are starting to book up. I would love to get more people out there and get some big fish. We had 3 fish over 30 pounds on the boat this year, which was really nice. It's a nice size. November, Bob Hunter, November. Don't quite understand what you mean by that, Bob, but we had 3 fish over 30 pounds on the boat this year, which is really nice. And we had plenty of other mid-20s, high 20-pound kings, all pretty much through the whole month of August. And I'm hoping that trend continues into next year. I'm going to do a video here soon. I'm going to talk about what I thought of the fishery. Oh, Bears won. Well, that'll help the division. I'll talk about what I thought of the fishery this year compared to previous years, and I'll talk about what I think the fishery is going to be like going into next year. I'm just going to do a complete video on that, a separate video. I know somebody asked me on this live video, I think it was last weekend, what I thought of the fishery. There's just way too much information rolling around in my empty head that I'd rather put out on a separate video. Do you tend to run faster trolls and targeting steelheads? Yeah, yes, if they're up on the surface, if we got really good temp breaks out there where the steelhead are up on the surface, feeding on the insects up on the surface, I do like to run some faster troll speeds, yes. But if it's just normal fishing when the steelhead are still down low or it's still down deep, I stick more to my average speeds. Need any help on the boat? Give you a call. Will do, Mike. Appreciate it. I do have a young man who his parents slip right next to me down at Pier 31. You can relate to the empty head thing, Mike? Yeah, me too. Every day. I have a young man. He's 16, I believe, 15 or 16, and he's been mating with me for the last week or a couple weeks. He's learning as he goes, but he's a fast learner. He's a hard worker, and I'm happy to have him on the boat. Nice young man, good values, good character, and he's picking things up pretty darn quick. So I'd like to stick with him for now. Not only for my sake, because I obviously it's so important to have a mate on the boat, but I'd like to see him. He really has a passion for salmon fishing. I have a feeling, 10 years down the road, he'll probably have his own boat. He'll probably be going out on his own and doing his own captain thing. So we'll see how that goes. Excuse me. I'm just reading some comments here as they come through. Yeah, Mike, I agree. Mike F. The men are the younger generation. Yeah, if you want to learn and you want to come out on the boat, you want a first mate for me, I'm happy to do that. And he's normally at the boat before I'm even waking up. That's pretty good character. That's pretty good work ethics. I normally sleep on the boat. If I have a charter in the morning, I'm normally sleeping on the boat. And I'm up, and he's normally sitting at the back deck, already sitting there waiting to get going. When do we get to see a tour of your little workstation? Asking for a friend. Which workstation you talk about, John? The one I'm sitting in right now? There's not much to it. You're pretty much looking at it. Yeah, this is really about it. This is my basement workshop. Even so, guys can still learn from everyone. Bill, you're not kidding. I try to pick up every time I go out fishing with somebody else. I try to pick up something. 1 or 2 things if I can. Do I run cowbells? Cliff French. That's a good question, Cliff. Yeah, I do. And I'll tell you when I really like the cowbells the best, when I'm lake trout fishing. And if we're in really big waves or, big surf or big swells rather, I like running the cowbells then, especially off the riggers. And the reason being is as that boat, surges forward with the waves, normal spinning glows or spin doctor spinning glows will speed up, slow back down with the surge, speed up with the surge, slow back down. Those cowbells drag through the water so hard, there's so much resistance that they don't surge ahead like everything else does. So in big waves, that's when I really like to run the cowbells. And honestly, if I'm not getting bit on my normal spin doctor, spinning glows, whirly gigs, I'll switch over to some cowbells also and try those out. And I'll also switch over to the old Lure Jensen Dodgers. the old tin cans. Those things sometimes can put fish in the boat when the other ones don't. Yeah, good question though, man. Real good question. What else you guys got? You're welcome, Cliff. No problem, buddy. All right. Not a whole lot going on tonight. That's cool. That's cool. I can go up there and eat some more food and sit back on the couch and watch the Lions, like I said, probably lose. Yeah. All right. Yeah, not a whole lot of comments rolling in. Tin cans catch kings too. Yeah, Jeff, they absolutely do. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah, so let's wrap up. We're 20 minutes in. That's plenty long. You guys don't need to sit here and listen to me all night, although I appreciate it every time. Somebody just asked something about flares. It came through pretty quick. No problem, Bill. Hey, if you don't have questions, that's fine. You know, we're moving in the off season anyway. I totally get it. I'm watching my YouTube numbers. You know, they slowly start declining down in October, and then by February, they're pretty low, and then by April and May, they start climbing way back up. So I get it. It's the off season. Would you guys let me ask you this. Would you guys like some bow hunting stuff? I'm not the world's greatest bow hunter in any sense, but I've been doing it for decades. And I've had some pretty good success over the years. Would you guys be interested in some live bow hunting stuff? Bow hunting tips, shooting tips, anything like that? I do, I've coached many people over the years for bow hunting. There's a lot of shooting tips that I've learned over the years, from many different sources. If you guys are interested in something like that, yeah, it looks like a lot of people are. If you guys are interested in something like that, I'm happy to go. Maybe we can move into that, for the off-season stuff as well. And just some nice hunting stuff. I don't even gun hunt anymore. Very, very rarely do I even go out and gun hunt anymore. I'm so addicted to bow hunting. I'm normally tagged out anyway by gun season. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that. That's not a brag thing. It's just I normally am. I try to put a buck and a doe in the freezer every year. And yeah, so let's do some bow hunting stuff. Well, let's do some shooting stuff, some stand setups, some locations. What I look for in locations. I have almost 300 acres here at my place. I don't own it. I'm lucky enough the farmers let me use it. I probably got close to 15, 16, 17 stands. Man, I might have even more than that. I better not say that. My wife will probably watch this and destroy me. But yeah, I got a bunch of stands, so I can go over what I look for, things like that. Yeah, cool. Do you run spoons and plugs without flashers and spinning? Yeah, I don't know who, I missed the name on that, but yeah, I rarely run flashers in front of spoons or plugs. Yeah, and somebody else was mentioning some ice fishing stuff. Absolutely. I haven't, shame on me. I haven't ice fished in probably a couple years. It's been a couple years, I know that. I sold most of my ice fishing stuff. I just wasn't getting into it over the last few years. But I feel like this year I want to get back out there. I feel like I want to get back out there and get after it. Portage Lake is just about a mile or so from my house. And if anybody knows Portage Lake, you know what a great fishery that can be. Perch, walleye, pike, you name it, they're in there. Bluegill, bass. Yeah, so I'm no expert out there on the ice. I do okay, but I'm lucky enough to know people that are a lot smarter and better than I am at it. So I will try to get out there and get some of that stuff for you guys also. All right. Hey, also wanted to throw that out for all my Patreon supporters. Thank you so much again for the Patreon support. If you want to support us on there, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but if you go on patreon.com, look up Tangle Tackle Fishing. Thank you again for all the support. We're going to be doing more giveaways here for the Patreon supporters very soon. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers for YouTube. 5,000. I cannot believe that. I mean, in YouTube sense, that's a small drop in the bucket. I get that. But for me, it's mind-blowing that I have this many great people out there that trust in us to bring them some information. So thank you. But when I do hit 5,000, when we hit 5,000, I'm gonna do some kind of giveaway. I think I'm gonna do another rod reel combo, lure package, clothing, whatever, swag giveaway. So when we get to that 5,000 mark, we're only a couple hundred away. It's gonna go. So if you're not subscribed, throw your name in there, please. The faster we get to the 5,000, the faster I'll do that giveaway. Cool. All right. 25 minutes in. Let's go. I got to go watch the Lions lose. Let's go. Let's go, Lions. Go blow it somehow. Hate those guys. Love them, and I hate them. All right. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We're down to, well, we're 76 people still, but let's get out of here. Let's go enjoy the rest of the night. I hope I'm not turning any conversations off right here. Lions are about to win, Patrick. Don't tease me, man. Don't dangle that carrot in front of me. Don't say that unless it's true. All right, guys. We'll see you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next Sunday, 7 o'clock.